Today we are going to discuss how to raise a bug. So in this we are going to discuss what are the things we need to understand before raising the bug, and we are going to discuss how we can raise bug in the Google Sheet. So let's start after a small intro. Before that, don't forget to like and share this video, and please subscribe for new tester, and don't forget to press bell icon.
Camera rolling, action.
So whenever we are going to raise the bug, we need to keep few things in our mind. So there are few terms we need to keep in our mind, and we need to learn those terms. So what are those terms? Let's go to computer screen. First one is a summary. So whenever we are going to write a bug, we have to mention the summary. So summary in the sense, in one line we have to explain the bug, 1 or 2 line, not more than that. We have to, whatever bugs we are going to find, we have to mention in a 1 line. Later on, description. In description we are going to mention multiple things. Let's say steps to reproduce, test observations, there are some notes, what are the, we are going to add all these things about the bug in the description section. Later on, the expected result and actual result. So the thing is, expected is as per the product requirement what it should be. Let's say we are performing X section and output should be Y. So that is expected result. But what is actual result? Actual result is a bug. So let's say we are expecting X and we are doing X thing and we are expecting Z, but instead of Z we are getting Y. So means actual result and expected result both are different. By that time we can say this is the bug. So the same statement we can mention in the actual result and expected result. Later on, severity and priority. So I have discussed what is severity and priority. If you don't know, you will find the video in the description section. I request you to please watch that video. This is the major terms while we are going to add a bug in a Jira or Google Sheet or wherever we are going to raise the bug. Later on, the logs and attachment. So now this again, logs and attachment means, let's say we have found few UI issues or a few backend issues. By that time we have to attach the logs. The logs can be server logs, backend logs, or a client side logs. And attachment in the sense we can add the video, we can add the screenshot. So this all can be the attachment. Now the thing is, we are not going to add attachment or logs along with all the bugs. But let's say if bug is critical or it will difficult to understand to the development team, so for better clarity we are going to make sure we are going to add video or screenshot or logs. Apart from, there are few intermittent or non-reproducible bugs. Let's say out of 3 or 4 times we are getting only bug once. So in that case it would be great if we are going to add the video, screenshot or logs. Later on, the sprint. Whenever we are going to raise the bug in Jira or any bug tracking tool, we will get the few fields like a sprint, label, environment. So in these things we have to mention the details. Sprint means which sprint we are working on. In normal words I can say sprint is a week. So week 1, week 2, week 3. Like in product industry we are working on agile methodology. So in agile methodology they are working on a different sprint. So each sprint will have 15 days or 20 days or 7 days. So based on that, let's say each sprint has 7 days. So in easy term, we have in industry, we have a week of 15 days. Like that in simple terms. So we have to mention sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. Label can have functionality name or other things. For example, few companies are mentioning in label security bug or enhancement or backend bug or front-end bug. In few companies they are mentioning the feature name. So it depends on the company to company or team to team and types of the bug. So again, here we can mention it's a severe bug, it is a functional bug or UI UX issue or backend issue. So this we can mention. So now let's go to the Google Sheet. We are going to discuss how we can raise the bug in the Google Sheet. So this is how I created a sheet, and I have given the name as a product name. So here we can give a product name. So let's say we are testing a Facebook, then we can give Facebook test observations. And here also I have given the name test observations and attachment. So this is the simple and straightforward sheet. I have not added too many fields or too many data. So first of all, we have to give the unique ID. IG1, IG2, IG3, like that we can give. Then the date, so on which particular date we are going to find a bug. Later on feature, so feature means here I have given the two functionalities, CMS and web application, but feature we can give a multiple feature. Let's say we are working on a Facebook, then we can give groups, sign up, uploading the photos, uploading videos, then chat functionality, comment section, groups, pages. So based on that we can divide features. Later on the summary, so summary is, again I told you, this is a very crucial part. Here what I have mentioned, not able to enter OTP during sign up. So here basically I have divided into two small sentences. My bug is not able to enter OTP. When I am not able to enter OTP while sign up. Similarly, we can divide bugs into two different summary into two different sentences. First sentence and second sentence, and we can join that sentence. So for example, let's say for example we are not able to log in even after entering the valid data. So what can be the bug summary? Or whenever we are trying to log in, we will, even after whatever we have entered, correct password, invalid password, application is not allowing to log in. So how we can write? Application is not allowing me, a user to log in, or me to log in. So me, I cannot mention me. So what I can write? Application is not allowing user to log in. So this is the action. This is the result, actual result. Now we have to mention when we are not able to log in. So even after we are entering the valid data, still we are not able to log in. So application is not allowing user to log in even after entering valid data into username and password field. So this is the bug. This is how we can write. Or sometimes what happen, application is crashing. Whenever we are going to click on something, application will crash. Let's say we are clicking on the login button and application crash. So we can mention application crashes while tap or on tapping login button. Means whenever we are going to press login button or click login button. So if it is a mobile application, then we can say the tap, because we are touching using the fingers. If we are using the web application, then we can say click. We are clicking. We are using mouse click or using the keypad. We are clicking on the application. So these basic things we need to keep in our mind. So this is the summary. Summary should be simplest one-liner. We should able to describe entire work using the summary. So later on in description section, we have to enter the thing. So like a steps to reproduce. Here I have mentioned go to application URL. So we have to go to www.facebook.com. Then click on sign up button and select from login functionality. Enter valid data in all the fields and click on sign up. So basically what happens, I have to click on the login or sign up functionality. Then I have to, whenever I am going to sign up, I have to fill the form or I have to enter the data. So I have to enter all this data and then I have to click on sign up. Once I will click on the sign up, I will get the OTP on my message or my mail. Later on I have to enter the OTP. So this is what I have mentioned, try to enter the OTP. So this is the steps to reproduce. Later on I have to add actual result and expected result. So we can mention actual result and expected result. So what can be my actual result? User is not able to sign up. And what will be my expected result? User should be able to sign up after entering valid OTP. User should be able to sign up after entering valid OTP. So this is how we can write. And if we know, so issue is from front end or back end. So if we know the issue is from back end, then we can mention the back end developer. Or if we are sure issue is from front end, from UI only, we are not able to enter. Then as a note, we can mention this is happening due to this thing. So we can mention test observation. This issue is happening due to X reason. Or this is a front end issue. So like this we can mention. Later on we can attach the screenshot. Apart from this information we have to add. So type means it is a bug or enhancement. Then priority. So priority again, P1, P2 or P3 or high, medium or low. So we have to mention the priority. Later on, blocker or severity. So severity can be a blocker, minor, major or medium. So this all things I have mentioned here. Later on the status. So first, whenever I am going to raise bug for a first time, if you don't know the defect life cycle, then you will find the video in the description section. I request you to watch that video. So you will get to know how we can track bug throughout the testing or development life cycle. So initially, whenever we are going to raise a new bug, by that time it should be a new. Later on, closed, reopen, intermittent, reject. There are multiple status. But as of now, I have tried to add minimal data. Initially, it will be a new. Later on, browser version. So browser, which browser I am using. Let's say I am using the Mozilla. So I have to give the Mozilla and current browser version. Later on, OS. So which OS I am testing, Windows or Mac or something else. Later on, build number. So whenever we are testing on any application, so they are tracking based on the different builds. So build 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. So based on that, I have to mention the build. Let's say it's a 1.0. So I have to mention build number. So this is the basic, all this basic information. Now you don't know how to add this drop down here. So we have to click on anywhere, any cell and just right click. You will get the option as a data validation. So we need to click on data validation. Here you have to select the list of the items and whatever you want to add, you can add those values. So let's say I'm adding true and false and save. So once I'll do that, I will get the two drop down with true values and later on I can drag down. So now all these cells has applied this drop down value. So this is how it works. And later on the attachment. So attachment, I have added the dummy meme, but once we will get the real-time image, here what we can do, we can right click on and we can get the link to this cell. So get link to this cell. So if I click on that, you can see link copied to the clipboard. So I have to go to the attachment and I have to just paste that URL. So now whenever developer will come here and they want to see the attachment, they just need to simply click here. So it will directly navigate me to here. If I'm here and I'm trying again, so I will directly go there. So yes. So this is how end to end we can raise a bug, and this all the fields we need to think, we need to keep in our mind. And main part is a summary and description. So there are few bugs we can raise without description, without attachment or without logs, or it is not mandatory at all anything. Let's say if we can enter the summary and developer is sitting next to us, if they can understand using the summary only and it's a minor bug, then we can add limited data. Or if you are working with a different team like a cross teams, or sometimes what happen, we are sitting in India and developer is sitting in the US or UK, or means they are sitting on site. So in that case what happen, we have to enter all the data because we are not interacting much, and let's say they have some doubt, so it will be delay. For example, they are working from the US and they are not able to understand. By that time they will add the comment or they will ask us to help us, and next day we are going to help, because whenever we have a day, by that time they are having a night time. So it will be a huge communication gap and it will be a delay on actual development and testing. So in that case, make sure we are adding all the information and developers should be easily understand your bugs. But if we are working in a same company or a same team and we are sitting next to each other, by that time they can ask. If we miss any information, then no need to worry, they can easily ask us and we can sort it out in 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So this is how we can raise bugs, and this is how it will work in real-time industry. So I hope everything is clear, and if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share this video, and please subscribe Fun2 Testers, and don't forget to press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow with the new topic.